A federal grand jury in Nebraska indicted dozens of people as part of a massive ATM jackpotting scheme.
America, we just got confirmation what we've been told for months. Tren de Aragua isn't just some Latinos with attitude street gang. They're also a sophisticated terrorist organization running a multi-million-dollar ATM heist operation across the entire United States. A federal grand jury in Nebraska just indicted 54 TDA members and leaders for deploying malware into jackpot ATMs from coast to coast. But here's what should terrify you. One of the people indicted is Jimena Romina Araya Navarro, a Venezuelan entertainer who parties with the head of TDA and has been sanctioned by U.S. Treasury Department for helping cartel leaders escape prison.
The federal grand jury in the District of Nebraska hands down 2 indictments on dozens of people. It's for an alleged ATM jackpotting scheme. 54 people have been charged for their roles in a conspiracy to deploy malware and steal millions of dollars from ATMs in the United States.
What is up, guys? TYSON DELACRUZ here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This isn't just bank robbery. This is a designated foreign terrorist organization funding their operations by hacking American financial institutions. And the scope of this operation is absolutely staggering. Let me break down how massive this operation was. This wasn't just happening in Nebraska. TDA members were hitting ATMs in Michigan, Virginia, Wisconsin, and states across the entire country. They were using sophisticated malware to force ATMs to dispense all their cash.
The 2 indictments charge a total of 54 people in relation to the scene.
The indictment reveals that TDA developed and deployed this specific malware specifically to hack into ATMs and force them to dispense cash. According to the indictment, TDA members would travel in groups using multiple vehicles to target banks and credit unions. They'd conduct initial reconnaissance missions, taking note of external security features. They would open up the hood or the door of the ATM and wait nearby to see if opening up that door triggered an alarm or law enforcement response.
Florida men are facing federal charges after stealing thousands of dollars from ATMs. Investigators say Robert Rosales and Geneva Testa, they used high-tech scam called ATM Jackpotting to pull off this heist. The pair allegedly broke into the machines, installed malware, and programmed the machine to dispense all of the money.
Once they confirmed that the coast was cleared, they'd install this malware by either removing the hard drive and installing it directly, replacing the hard drive with one preloaded, or connect an external device like a thumb drive. The malware would then issue unauthorized commands to the cash dispensing module, forcing the ATM to spit out cash. But here's what makes this even more sophisticated. The malware was designed to delete evidence of itself to conceal crimes or mislead bank employees from learning about the actual deployment. The numbers are absolutely staggering. In Fairfax County, Virginia alone, thieves stole $175,000 from a single Apple Federal Credit Union ATM in just one night.
In the Fair Oaks area last month, it is known as a scheme known as a jackpotting. Investigators say the suspects assessed the ATM multiple times over several hours while being seen driving a blue Jeep. If you've never heard of jackpotting, it involves installing malware or a device to force the ATM to dispense large amounts of cash without a card.
Think about that for a second. $175,000 from one ATM in one night. And this was happening across the country. The indictment shows a map of alleged jackpot incidents committed across the United States with total loss amounts as of August 2025. In Wisconsin, a Chicago man named Edison Martinez allegedly stole $41,000 from Summit Credit Union, then hit 2 different banks, one at One Creek, stealing a total of $220,000 in just a single day.
And investigators say this type of crime involves hacking in the ATMs to rob money.
But it didn't stop there. 2 weeks later, investigators tracked his car to 2 different credit unions in Michigan. This is the pattern we're seeing across the country. Organized groups hitting multiple locations in rapid succession. The indictment alleges alleges that TDA used jackpotting to steal millions of dollars in the United States, then transfer the proceeds among its members and associates to conceal the illegal obtained cash. Obviously, this wasn't just theft. This is also money laundering to fund terrorist organizations. Now, here's where it gets really serious. The indictment charges these 54 individuals with conspiracy to provide material support to terrorists. That's not a bank robbery charge. That is a terrorism charge. One of the individuals named in the indictment, Jimena Romina Araya Navarro, an alleged TDA leader and Venezuelan entertainer who was sanctioned by the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control. According to the Office of Foreign Assets Control, Araya Navarro reportedly helped the notorious head of the TDA, Hector Flores, known as Niño Guerrero, escape from prison in Venezuela in 2012. She's been publicly photographed at parties and social events with this alleged head of the TDA. This isn't some low-level operative. This is someone connected to the very top of the organization. She was indicted by the grand jury in Nebraska for material support to Tren de Aragua based on factual allegations stemming from TDA's nationwide ATM jackpotting scheme. The indictment makes it crystal clear. Many millions of dollars were drained from ATM machines across the United States as a result of this conspiracy, and that money is alleged to have gone to Tren de Aragua leaders to fund terroristic activities and purposes. Surveillance photos from the indictment show TDA members opening ATM hoods, accessing internal components, and installing this particular malware.
Is it a trend? It's more prevalent right now.
Prosecutors charged a Chicago man by the name of Edison Landaeta Martinez after they say he stole thousands of dollars using ATM jackpotting.
If somebody essentially interferes with the use of an ATM machine, it's a felony.
Law enforcement officials are now warning financial institutions to implement new security measures.
If convicted, the defendants involved face prison time between 20 to 335 years.
That is not a typo. 335 years. America, while Democrats spend years telling us the border was secure, a Venezuelan terrorist organization was building a nationwide criminal infrastructure right under our noses and funneling millions of dollars back to terrorist leaders in Venezuela. 54 indictments is a good start, but the map shows TDA hit ATMs in dozens of states. How many more cells are still operating? How many more millions have they stole that we don't even know about yet? The fact that it took Nebraska prosecutors to expose a nationwide terrorist financial operation tells you everything you need to know how badly the federal government failed us from the previous administration. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.